day to our dear grade 7 students. I am John Rodriguez, mathematics teacher of Bagao National School of Arts and Trades, your teacher in mathematics. I am here to help you in answering your self-learning material. In arithmetic, we have learned the 4 fundamental operations that help us combine numbers. In sets, we are going to learn union and intersection of sets and the difference of two sets under the most essential competency for quarter 1, week 1. Illustrates well-defined sets, subsets, universal sets, null set, cardinality of sets, union and intersection of sets, and the difference of two sets. For our learning targets, at the end of this learning session, you should be able to illustrate union and intersection of sets and the difference of two sets. Now, let's recall the concepts of subsets, universal sets, null sets, and the cardinality of sets. Identify if each statement is true or false. Given set U whose elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Number 1. The universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10. That's correct. Very good. The correct answer is true. Number 2. Given the sets whose elements are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 is a subset of the universal set. Yes, you are correct. The correct answer is true. Why? Because the elements of the set are part of the universal set. Number 3. Given the set whose elements are 0 and 10 is a subset of the universal set. Excellent! You are correct. The answer is false. Why? Because 0 is not part of the universal set. Number 5. The cardinality number of set U is 10. Very good. The correct answer is true. Why? Because the universal sets consist of 10 elements. Now, let's get started. In arithmetic, we have learned the 4 fundamental operations that help us combine numbers. And now, let's focus on some operations of sets. We have the union, intersection, and the difference. This is the symbol for union, and this is the symbol for intersection, and this is the symbol for difference. When we say union, it is the set containing all elements that share in A or in B, while intersection is the set that consists of all elements that are both in A and B. And difference of a set is a set of elements in A that are not in B. And now, let's deepen our understanding about union of sets. The union of sets A and B, written as A union B, is the set of elements that are members of A or members of B or members of both A and B. Now, let's consider the following examples. Number 1. Given set A whose elements are 1, 2, and 3, and set B whose elements are 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, what is the union of A and B? The union will contain everything in both sets, but 1 and 2 we're not going to write it twice, only once. So, the union of set A and B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, we're gonna write anything in both sets but only right once. Let's try some other examples. So let's say set A contains the letters A, B, C, and D. And set B contains the letters A, E, I, O, and U. Find a union between sets A and B. So, all we got to do is just write all the letters in set A and B. But letter A and letter E, we're not going to write it twice, only once. So, the union of A and B is equal to A, B, C, D, E, I, O, and U. So, that's it. That's the union of those two sets. Here's another example. Let's say set A whose elements are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And set B whose elements are Saturday and Sunday. Determine the union between A and B. So just like before, all we need to do is write all the elements. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's it. That's the union of set A and set B. Now, let's focus on the next operations of set, and that is the intersection of sets. The intersection of two sets A and B, written as A intersection B, is the set of all elements common to both sets A and B. Let's consider the following examples. Suppose set A whose elements are 1, 2, and 3, and set B whose elements are 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Find the intersection of set A and B. So, the elements of the intersection of set A and B will be all the elements of set A and B which is common in both sets, right? So, as we can see, we have 1 in set A and we have 1 in set B. And we have 2 in set A and 2 in set B. So, these are the two elements which are common in both set A and B. So, all of these two elements will be part of their intersection set, right? So, we can say that A intersection B is equal to 1 and 2. Here's another example. Given set A whose elements are the letters A, B, C, D, and E, and set B whose elements are the letters A, E, I, O, and U, determine the intersection of A and B. How can we get the answer? To find the intersection, we need to find out which elements are common to both sets. So, both sets contains letter A and letter E. So, therefore, the intersection of set A and B is equal to A and E. So let's say that this is set A contains the elements Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And set B, which contains the elements Saturday and Sunday. Determine the intersection of set A and B. Notice that there is no common element shared between the two sets. The elements in A are completely different from the elements in B. So in that case, the intersection of set A and B is gonna be empty or a null set. Now, let's focus on the next operations of set, and that is the difference of two sets. The difference of set A and B, written as A minus B, is a set of elements in A that are not in B. I have several examples here. Given set A, whose elements are 1, 2, and 3, and set B contains an elements 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, determine the difference of set A and B. So, basically, what we're going to do is we're gonna look at set A. And set A has an elements of 1, 2, and 3. And we're gonna take out any elements that they have in common. So, if you notice, these are in common. We have 1 and 2. So, we're just gonna look at what is left. So, if I take the 2 that they have in common, which is 1 and 2, the only thing that is left in set A is 3. We can see that 3 is the only number that set A contains that are not in set B. Therefore, your A minus B is equal to 3. What about B minus A? We're gonna look at these two sets and we're gonna cross out anything that they have in common. So, 1 is in common, 2 is in common. So, we can see that the only numbers that are left are 4, 5, and 6. Therefore, the difference of B and A is 4, 5, and 6. Here's another example. Find the difference of set A and B. Given set A, whose elements are A, B, C, D, and E, and set B contains the elements of A, E, I, O, and U. So, basically, what we're going to do is we're gonna look at set A. And set A has an elements of A, B, C, D, and E. And we're gonna take out any that they have in common. So if you notice, these are in common. We have A and E. So we're just gonna look what is left. So if I take the two that they have in common, which is A and E, the only thing that is left in set A is B, C, and D. We can see that B, C, and D are the only letters that are left. Therefore, the difference of set A and B is the set whose elements are B, C, and D. Now, what about this particular example? Given set A whose elements are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And set B whose elements are Saturday and Sunday. Find the difference of set A and B. Again, we're gonna look at these two sets and we're gonna cross out anything that they have in common. So, we cannot see any common elements of set A and B. Therefore, the difference of set A and B is equal to the sets whose elements are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. What about B minus A? We're gonna look at these two sets and we're gonna cross out anything that they have in common. So, we cannot see any common elements of B and A. Therefore, the difference of set B and A is equal to the set whose elements are Saturday and Sunday. Now, for your skill enhancement, get your self-learning material and answer what's more on page 15 to 16, what I have learned on page 16, and what I can do on page 17. Write your answer on your activity notebook, and after answering the activity, you may check your answers on page 21 to 23. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have fun learning experience with me. Again, I am Teacher John Ardogingan of Bagao National School of Arts and Trades. We will continue discussing in the next series of episode more topics about sets. Hoping to see you again till next time. God bless.